Hello, good morning everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on today's episode of True Potential's Morning Markets. My name is Matt Henderson and I'm one of the portfolio managers here at True Potential. Yesterday was a more muted day in terms of economic releases. So in today's episode, we'd like to focus a little bit more on the comments that Raj made yesterday in yesterday's episode around the actions that the Bank of Japan has taken in its most recent policy meeting. As Raj covered yesterday, the bank has changed its yield curve control target from 25 basis points up to 50 basis points. And essentially all this means is the rate at which they target the 10-year Japanese bond yield to be at has been moved higher from 25 basis points to 50 basis points. And that's had some pretty large ramifications for the market. It's mainly come through in currency markets. So if you think about the Japanese yen, that has increased against all major currency pairs. But to give you a little bit of perspective, it's moved about 4.2% against US dollar and about the same against sterling. Now, why is that? Well, this target that the Bank of Japan has had in place in terms of yield curve control has been in place since September 2016 and was part of the Abenomics policy that was undertaken in 2012. It's also the first hawkish move that the Bank of Japan has made since 2006. So although the 25 basis points does not seem that material, or the magnitude of the move that we've seen in the yen is quite disproportionate relative to the move we've seen, that's the reason it's a step in the, it's what it signifies, it's a step in the direction of policy tightening. What does that mean for equity markets? Well, the Japanese equity market is mainly an exporter, so the strengthening of the yen has impacted those exporters. It makes them less competitive on the global basis. So if you think of areas like autos, they were weaker during the day. However, yen strength isn't a bad thing for everyone. Japan as a region is a net importer of energy, so it will make those imports cheaper for the region. Also thinking about equity performance, best performer during the day was financials and mainly banks. And that's because the steepening of the yield curve that we saw in Japan allows those banks to earn a larger spread on what they're doing. So that's all we'd like to cover today in terms of financial markets and economic data releases that have occurred. We would encourage you to watch the podcast that we will be releasing this week. It's with the investment team and it's a year-end review. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Have a Merry Christmas and a great New Year.
If you're interested in taking your investing to the next level, or would like to know more about the options available to you when you retire, then download our free guides to ISAs and pensions. These are available in the video description below.